fuck the current state of the healthcare system in the US. It's frankly bullshit. And the reason why is because of a lot of problems, right? It's not just one single thing, even though I think there is one big issue. Okay, so today I want to talk about some of those problems that I see in healthcare and how it's affecting chronic pain patients, but how it affects everybody, really. And then I'm going to try to offer some solutions that aren't going to be the whole answer, but at least it's something to try to move forward. Because I'm sick of staying stagnant. I want us to move forward, both from the provider perspective and the patient's perspective. Because if we move forward together, then we get better. So problems with the healthcare system. The real problems here, and I think most of us know it, and I think most of us probably have mentioned it in some sort of way. And that's the idea that we're not about treating patients. What are we about? We're about making that money, baby. We're about that profit. All about the binges, right? Got to make profit, because if you can't make profit, can't keep the doors open, or whatever BS they want to spew. I don't think profit belongs in healthcare. Now, I'm not going to dig too deep into that. This isn't my campaign, but I do want to talk about how that does affect both providers and the patients, specifically chronic pain patients. So most of us know, if you're dealing with the chronic pain territory, that it's not treated properly. You are just pushed off to the side. You're saying, hey, come in every 6 months, we'll give you an injection. Try this med, do this. Do take this med, but you take it too much, you're a drug seeker, right? You're not a patient trying to get better. All of a sudden, you're the criminal, right? You're the issue, you're the problem. It's not the system itself, it's you. And that's bullshit, right? But it's all about them making money. And you see that in certain healthcare settings, right? There's one setting that I believe is really bad at it. Now, it's not only them, right? You see it in other professions too, or in other healthcare professions too. But there's certain ones that say, hey, just come in the door, we'll do this for you, we'll get you feeling better, and then come back in a week and we'll just do the same thing. Keep coming back for eternity so we can keep making money. Now, they don't say they're going to keep making money. They're going to say, so we can get you feeling better, because this is the only solution. This is the only thing that can get you to feel better. So come back in. Next thing you know, 5 years later, one time a week, you've spent $20, $25, which doesn't seem like a lot, but over time it is, and you haven't actually gotten better. They haven't fixed anything. And I see this in healthcare facilities. I see it locally. There are organizations that really just try to get you to come in the door so they can make you feel better for about 30 minutes. And then when you leave, the pain eventually comes back, right? It doesn't actually fix the issue. It should be all about the patient, all about getting the patient better. Instead, it's let's make that money. So what does that actually do, though? What is that doing to the system and the healthcare and the people? Well, it's doing exactly what they want it to do. They want to keep you sick. Keep you sick. Because if you're not sick, we can't help you. We can't make you better. We can't help you feel better, right? Now, this is done in a lot of ways. Like I talked about in certain healthcare professions, they don't want to actually make you better. They want to manage your symptoms instead of treating the core issue. And chronic pain is that. They say, okay, well, you have back pain, so let's just work on your back and that's it, right? Oh, that doesn't help. Well, you got to come back in and try it again, or go try this medication, or go get some injections, or let's freeze your nerves, or let's get surgery, or all these things, instead of looking at it as the actual problem and doing something about it. For example, with a lot of patients that have chronic pain, especially in their back, it's not necessarily a back issue. Now, that's where we're feeling the pain, that's where we're experiencing it. But a lot of the times, it's a nervous system issue. It's the way the unconscious brain functions. It's a lot of other things. Now, does movement help? Sure. But if you're only practicing movement and you're not reframing the nervous system, you're not changing what the brain's interpreting, you're not going to get better. So they keep you sick. They keep you coming in. And then you lose hope, right? You think it's never going to get better, so why the fuck should I even try? And I hate that. I hate that it's come to that. I hate that we're just giving up and we're saying, well, chronic pain is just a lifelong thing. You're going to have to deal with it forever. So coming from my perspective, what does this system do to providers that actually want to help patients? Well, it's suffocating them, right? Suffocates the providers. It puts them into a box where they can't do anything different. For example, with chronic pain, it's not just a location issue. Back to the back example, it's not just pain in the back that I have to work on. I need to work on changing how the brain is interpreting the signal coming from that area. I have to change how you're viewing the pain itself. I have to change maybe some mental health components. Instead, they say, well, just do this first, and then we can try this, and then we can try this. It's not a whole body system approach. It's just isolated. And when it's isolated, we can't give the care that we need. We should be working together on all these healthcare professions, which I think most providers probably agree with. We should be working together to fix the problem, to address the real issue, not just treating the symptoms, but actually treating the problem. Those are the symptoms of the healthcare system that I see right now. These are some of the problems that I see right now. There's many more, right? This is just scratching the surface, and it all comes from that profit over people mindset. So I do have some solutions that I think we can work on as both providers and patients. So let's talk about solutions for a broken system. The first solution that I see is that we have to be advocates for ourselves and for the other people. So me as a provider, I need to advocate for the patients. So being an advocate for yourself as a provider, being an advocate for yourself as a patient, and being an advocate for the other person. Right? I want to advocate both for providers and for patients, specifically chronic pain patients, because that's my wheelhouse. That's what I like. Now, what does it mean to be an advocate? That means standing up. Right? That means fighting for what your natural human rights are to get good healthcare, to be able to actually get better and live your high quality of life, not just succumbing to the way the system is and the way the system is forcing you, which is tough. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy road, but we got to be an advocate, right? Advocacy is number one. How do you become a better advocate? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's by growing, by learning. Now, learning means different things depending on where you're at. So for me as a provider, I'm constantly learning. If I have a patient that comes in and I don't know how to get them as best as I possibly can, I'm trying to figure out how. I'm talking to my coworkers. I'm calling up my buddy Brian and seeing what he knows, because he's a great physical therapist and he loves chronic pain stuff as well. So I'm picking people's brains. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm doing research. I'm looking things up to see what I can do to be a better provider. I try to do it every single day so I can give more to my patients, because that makes me feel good knowing you feel good. But as a patient, I want you to learn. I want you to learn more things. I want you to watch these videos and watch other videos. I want you to talk to your provider. I want you to talk to your physical therapist. I want you to talk whoever you can, try to figure out what you can do to help get your problem better. Because when it comes to these problems, as a patient, it's not just your problem. I mean, it is, right? We need to work on it together though, right? I need to be able to have all the information that I can to provide for you, and you need all the information that you can to help me help you, right? We grow together. This is a relationship type thing where we need to fix that problem. It's you and I against the problem, not you against the problem and me helping out a little bit. We got to work on it together, right? So we got to learn and we need to grow. The last solution that I see, which I think is the biggest thing, and I think we're doing it by all these other aspects, is challenging the system, okay? By challenging the system, we create a better one. That's terrible handwriting, but I think you can read it. We have to challenge the system. We have to say, no, I want a second opinion. No, this isn't okay for me. No, I need to figure out what I need to do to make my life better. I don't want us to give up. I don't want us to become victims of the system. And that's exactly what the system's trying to do. They're trying to victimize us, right? More so the patient, especially chronic pain patients, they want to victimize you and make you feel like you are the victim. Now, you are, in a way, right? Like you are a victim of a shitty system, but don't be victimized by it. Don't stay in that victim mindset, because a victim mindset isn't going to help you grow. Now, a good example would be like Rosa Parks. Was she a victim? Clearly, the system was against her, right? But did she victimize herself? No, not at all, right? She stood up for herself. She said, no, I'm not going to let this happen to me. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. You can say what you want, but I'm not moving. I'm not changing. Was she a victim? Yes. Was she victimized? Fuck no, right? She did what she needed to, and it got other people to come up and get together to create a bigger movement, right? To continue to grow. And that's what we need to do. We need to change this shitty healthcare system. We need to get people better. We need to work together to make a better system, okay? So we need to be advocates. We need to learn and grow, and we need to challenge that system. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. What problems do you see in the healthcare system and pharmaceuticals or whatever? What do you think is the biggest issue? And what do you think the solution is, right? Identifying the problem is only half the answer. We got to figure out how we fix that problem. So tell me what you think. Leave a comment below, do whatever you want. Message people, message me, message your local senator to say healthcare sucks, whatever. All right, thanks guys, thanks for watching.